Say hi.
Yeah.
Say hi. Oh, you're such a ham.
Your hair's looking nice. Flat. It's looking flat, huh?
Whoa. Whoa. Hey there guys, today I'm here to do kind of a two-in-one video, and the first part is going to be my 37-week update, so I am actually currently like 37 and a half weeks at this point. And then also I'm going to do what's in my hospital bag, but this time second parent edition. If you want to see what I packed in my hospital bag and in Revlin's hospital bag the first time, I will link that down below for you guys. There's two separate videos. There's a what's in my diaper bag, hospital diaper bag, so everything that I had for Revlin, and then what's in my hospital bag. You will see that there's a very vast difference, and that's why they're in one video this time instead of two separate videos. So hopefully those of you that are about to be first-time parents, or just those of you that are interested, will get a better kind of understanding of what you may actually need when you're going to the hospital, since this time it's my second time around. Uh-oh, Revlin's not happy that she can't see Mama. But this time, it's second time around, so I know a lot more of what I need, and it's a lot less. So first, I'm just going to do my 37-week update and then get all of that out of the way. It is kind of a big, wordy kind of update, and so I'm going to just warn you ahead of time. This video might be a little bit long, so hang in there with me. So I'm not sure what I titled this video, but it may or may not have mentioned possibly being induced early. So before anybody gets real, you need to go into labor naturally, blah, blah, blah. Listen, don't freak out. Let me just make a disclaimer that I, of course, would much rather go into labor naturally. I didn't get a chance to do that with Revlin because she was late, one, and she failed the stress test. So I had to be induced at 41 weeks with her. And so I really I really hope that this time around I can just experience going into labor naturally. But this time around, this pregnancy has had a much bigger toll on my body. And a lot of you guys know that during this pregnancy I was also diagnosed with a connective tissue disorder, and it's been causing a lot of subluxations. Basically that just means like my joints are popping in and out of place, and a big part of that is with my hips. So the biggest kind of worry right now is whether this pregnancy is having any kind of permanent damage on me, or if it's just because of the upped amount of relaxin in my body mixed with having hypermobility, which is causing my hips to go out of place even more. So there's no way to know for sure though. So because this pregnancy has been so painful though, and the vast difference between Revlin's and this one, and with ehlers-danlos syndrome, every consecutive pregnancy will have a bigger toll on your body. It's going to be a lot more difficult. So basically I had to talk with my geneticist, talk with my obstetricians. My obstetricians weren't fully understanding the connective tissue disorder. My geneticist doesn't fully know things about pregnancy, obviously, so like they're clashing opinions of what they want to do. So if I do not go into labor naturally by 39 weeks, I will probably be induced at this point. So it's not 100% sure. We have not made a date yet. It's basically like me just kind of deciding, is that what I want to do or is it not? And it's really frustrating because I want to be able to go into labor naturally, but I also don't want to carry to full term or past full term if it's going to be dangerous. Now, obviously, you want to keep your baby inside you as long as possible. They're nice and safe in there. You know that they're growing, and so the idea of inducing, especially before your due date, is kind of scary because you're like, well, what if they're not ready yet? But then I also have to think about it from the perspective of I need to make sure that I'm physically capable to take care of my children, and the longer I go through this pregnancy, the bigger she gets and the bigger toll it takes on my body. So it's really just right now up to me whether I decide, do I do it, or do I do it and then, just risk that maybe she isn't ready yet, or do I not do it and risk that it takes a bigger toll on my body and I'm not even physically capable to take care of my children? Obviously, the more intelligent decision for me at this point is leaning towards definitely inducing at 39 weeks. I already know that my body responds very positively to induction. I had pretty much a textbook induction. I was in labor for 12 hours. Everything went really smoothly. I pushed her out in 20 minutes. I really didn't have any adverse issues with being induced. That's not to say that's gonna be the same way this time, and that's another fear of mine too, is every pregnancy is different, every labor is different, every delivery is different. And so it's a lot of factors that I just need to decide in my head and figure out what's the best decision, not only for Airly, but for me as well. So that's kind of what's going on right now. But there is a chance that 39 weeks, so not this coming week, but next week, I may be induced. So that's what's going on there. That's pretty much it update-wise. I do feel like I'm kind of getting closer towards labor. I really didn't have a lot of signs of labor coming with Revlon. She just was stubborn, one, and didn't want to come out. But this time around, near the end of pregnancy, kind of TMI, your body cleans itself out. I've had that problem going on. I've just had a lot of pain. I have had a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions and a lot of random times where I'll get like back labor, but nothing consistent or anything like that. And that is way more than I ever got with Revlon, because with Revlon, I didn't even feel my Braxton Hicks contractions. I didn't realize I was having them. A lot of first-time moms don't know that they're having Braxton Hicks, but they likely are. It's just your stomach muscles are a lot stronger, the first baby, and so a lot of women don't experience them, or they don't think they are because they don't feel it. So with her, I didn't really feel any of that. This time around though, definitely I'm feeling a lot of labor signs. I have not been checked yet for dilation or effacement. They'll check that next week though, especially because I'm considering induction. That's another thing, is they want to make sure that my body is headed towards labor before they induce me. Because if my body is not effaced at all, or if I'm not dilating at all, the induction is a lot more likely to not go very well and end in a C-section. So they don't want that to happen, obviously. At one point it was mentioned that I might actually need to consider a C-section because of what kind of issue I was having with my hips. So this time around I'm gonna have to do a different type of birthing stance, not as wide of a stance, because my hips start to pop out of place like when they're in the normal kind of birthing position. So that means that it might be a little more difficult to push her out. And that is another reason that now I know 100% I could never consider having a completely natural delivery with no epidural, because of the fact that my hips pop out of place all the time. If I gave birth without one, my hips would constantly be popping out of place likely, and that would be causing even more issues. Whereas if you have an epidural, I wouldn't know what's going on and it wouldn't cause issues. But that in itself can be very dangerous, because I wouldn't know if my hips popped out of place, and so it could cut off circulation. There's just so many things that go along with this, which is why I'm going to have to do a narrower birthing stance position. And so yeah, it's a lot involved. My doctors though are trying to be as receptive as possible. It's just kind of difficult because they don't fully understand the disorder. My geneticist doesn't fully understand how birthing works. And so it can be kind of a headache, but things are headed in the right direction now, I think, I hope, and we're getting it figured out. So I'm going to move on from the pregnancy update, and I will do a bump shot at the end for you guys if you want to see that. And I'm going to talk about what's in my hospital bag with baby number 2. So as I said, this time around, it's a lot different. There's a lot less stuff, and that is because, guys, you don't need as much stuff as you think you do. I'm gonna be honest that I don't think I even went into my hospital diaper bag maybe twice, and my hospital bag I went in like a handful of times, and the majority of stuff I didn't even pull out. So this time around I am also using the packing cubes. You guys have seen this before. I am using them because I realized I was going to use them for Revlon for packing her. She doesn't need a lot of stuff though for those couple days that she's going to be with grandma and grandpa, because they have toys. Really all she needs is clothes and some diapers. And I was like, well, this would be super helpful because I can keep Airly's stuff separate, my stuff separate, Ryan's stuff separate, all that. First, I'm just going to mention what is not in my hospital bag but is last minute grabs. And I have like this list that sits on top of here, and if I need to add something to it as I go, because pregnancy brain plus mommy brain is like the worst concoction and you just don't remember anything. By the way, any of you veteran moms, if I completely like just spaced on something I need, please write it in the comments, because I pretty much put this hospital bag together in the last couple days. I'm pretty sure I didn't forget anything, but my brain is elsewhere right now. So the things that I have to grab last minute are my toiletries bag, which I do have in here because I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to bring with that. My makeup bag, which I'll talk about that later. Shampoo and conditioner, I'll talk about that later. Pillows and blankets, which like Ryan and I have very specific pillows. We need our pillows. Ryan's going to need his blanket. So we got that, the boppy, which I do have that here to show you guys, for sure bringing our boppy, phone chargers, and then the DSLR, which I'm talking to right now. So the DSLR bag with our tripod, our vlogging camera, camera battery chargers, and our SD card holder. So there's a lot of stuff on there that's not for typical families, but when you are a YouTube vlogger, those are typical things you need to pack if you're having a child. So I am going to show you guys the toiletry bag. Now my toiletry bag and my makeup bag stay in my bathroom, which is why I have it on that list, because I want to make sure that I don't forget it when we are running out the door. So the first thing is a hairbrush. This is my hairbrush. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. It's called the Tangle Teezer. My friend Brittany, if you guys don't know who she is, she's one of my really good friends. She's also a YouTuber. I'll link her down below. She got this for me for my birthday / Christmas, I think 2 years ago or something like that. Wow, it's been a long time. We've been friends a while. I think it was 2 years ago, and this thing is like life-changing. I actually bought my sister and my mom one for their stocking stuffers this year, and they love it just as much. So if you're looking for a good hairbrush, I suggest this. You can get it on Amazon. I'll have links below for anything that I can get links for. So then I have a Dove bar, which my husband uses bar soap, and I just figured that's the easiest thing to pack in here, so we just grabbed one of those, put it in here. We have toothpaste. We use the Tom's toothpaste. And then I have this little baggie of just some prenatal vitamins. If you are breastfeeding, you have to continue taking prenatals the entire time you're breastfeeding. So I do have those in there as well. And then I have 2 toothbrushes, one for the husband, one for me. I have some eye drops. I do wear contacts, and my eyes can get dry sometimes, so I did make sure to pack those in there. Then I have my shampoo and conditioner. Now the reason I have it separately on there is because this is the shampoo and conditioner that I actually like use in the shower. These aren't actually trial size. This is the Living Libations shampoo and conditioner, and so I want to make sure that I remember to grab those out of the shower before, which is why they're separately on that list. So I also have an extra set of contacts just in case I have issues with the contacts I have in. If you have a C-section, I don't think you can wear contacts, which is kind of a worry of mine because I don't have glasses. So if I have a C-section, I'm just going to be blind as a bat because my eyes are -3.75 and -3.5, which is semi-bad. It's not terrible, but it is pretty bad. So fingers crossed I just don't need a C-section. And then I have an extra contact case. Usually I pack a contact case for my husband too, but he's just been wearing his glasses a lot, and he wore his glasses the entire time we were there last time. So I just figured we'll skip over that. Then I have a contact solution, of course, as well. So another thing in here is wisps, and I packed this last time. If you guys watched like our labor and delivery vlogs, then you may remember a specific quote of "when in doubt, wisp it out."
Arianna wanted to brush her teeth, so she's using a wisp.
Okay, get up.
Nope, you can't.
When in doubt, wisp it out. These were great to have, and I definitely suggest them because if you are in labor and if you've had the epidural or something like that, or whatever reason your breath stinks, you need to brush your teeth, you can't get up. These are fantastic to have if you have anyone coming in, or just for the sake of your own husband and the nurses and the doctor. These I highly suggest having. And then I do have chapstick. This is the Lasting Smiles Organic Lip Balm, and hospitals can be dry, so it's just good to have chapstick, of course. And then this is my makeup bag. Of course I am bringing makeup. Some women like to judge other women for bringing makeup when they're having a baby, but let's be honest, your parts get pretty dirtied, and you just kind of feel meh after having a baby, and it can make a world of a difference just to put a little bit of concealer on and a little bit of eyeliner, and just feel sort of put together when everything else is not. But I mean, I don't have anything crazy. I have like a super simple eyeshadow, just one eyeshadow. I have one eyeshadow brush in here. I have my eyeliner and my liquid eyeliner for the top, and concealer, and that is all that's in here. I debated bringing my foundation, and that will all depend on how my skin is, and the only reason I would put foundation on is for like pictures in the hospital, and that's it. Okay, so now into the actual stuff. So the first thing I have in here is a nursing bra. It's just like a night nursing bra, and the reason I don't have this in the cubes is because once I get into the hospital and put on the hospital gown and such, I do like to wear something bra-wise, and so this is what I'm gonna wear, so that's why it's not in any of these little packing cubes. That is a really good bra, and it is a night nursing bra. Now I have a very large chest. I am a 34G, And it's hard to find night nursing bras with any kind of support. That one definitely does. I will link it down on Amazon for you guys if you're interested in that. And I think I got it in a medium. So the first tube up is my husband's. I'm not gonna open this one just because it's his stuff. I'm not gonna like show you guys all that. But last time I had like packed an outfit for every single day for him, and he didn't end up really changing at all. So I literally packed 2 t-shirts in here, pajama pants, a sweater in case it's cold, a couple pairs of boxers, and some socks, and that's it for him. He will probably wear his jeans there, and he likely won't end up wearing those though until we leave again. So that is all I have for him. Next up is this fun little pack, and this is just all of my undergarment stuff. There is another bra in here, a couple nursing pads, which it takes a couple days for your milk to come in, usually. Now the second time around, it's a lot higher probability that your milk may come in earlier because your body just knows what to do, especially because I am still nursing. So when you're nursing a child already and you're pregnant, you get another boost of milk that comes in. So even though I currently am pregnant, the only thing I am producing at this point for my daughter is colostrum. That's all she's getting right now. And so milk will come in again. Because I am already breastfeeding, I've already had a baby, there is a higher likelihood that my milk will come in sooner. So I do have a couple breast pads in here just in case, and then I have my kind of crappy underwear, which last time I bought like a pack of just crappy boy brief type underwear from Walmart or Target. I can't even remember, like Fruit of the Loom, like a $6 pack of like 7 underwear or something like that. And they were great to have because you're bleeding down there, you really don't want to use your good underwear, so just buy a pack of crappy underwear. So I just put those crappy underwear back in here. They're clean, obviously, now. Now my hospital provides all of the pads and everything that I would need postpartum care-wise in hospital, so I'm not worried about that, and that's why I don't have any of that packed. So this is mine. I have like 2 oversized t-shirts in here, but the main thing that I'm going to be wearing while I'm in the hospital is my motherhood nursing tank tops and a cardigan. It's pretty much what I wore last time, even though I had like other options, and that's probably what I'm going to wear this time too. I do have a pair of jeans and a flannel button-up for when I leave. I just kind of like to feel a little more put together for when I leave the hospital, and so I did the same thing last time, gonna do the same thing this time, and so that is what is in here. So this last one I'm actually gonna open for you because it's the fun one. This one is all of Airly's things. Now last time I packed her an entire diaper bag. This time that did not happen. So last time for her I had like several outfits in 0 to 3 and newborn, and it was too much stuff. You did not need that stuff. One, really for most hospitals you don't even need to bring clothes with you. Now I do have clothes in here, and I will talk about why I have as much clothes as I do, but I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up, show you what I have, and talk about what I am not packing this time too. The biggest thing is just not nearly as much clothes, really no burp cloths. I have 1 burp cloth in here in case I get my milk in, but prior to your milk coming in, your baby's not going to be spitting up or anything like that, so you don't really need burp cloths, especially if you're a first-time mom and your milk won't come in until after you leave the hospital. So I have 1 burp cloth in here just in case my milk does come in early. I will show you the rest of the stuff. I didn't pack a bottle this time. I think I might, I'm not sure. For those of you that know, Revlon, I did pump exclusively the first 2 weeks. I had a rare case of extreme sensitivity. Not a lot of women have it. I did have that problem though, and nothing would work. The breast pump hurt. Feeding was like searing pain. The second time I fed her, there was some pain the first time, and the second time it was literally searing pain. Not even a nipple shield worked, nothing worked. And the lactation consultants had basically just told me, like, you have one of the rare cases of severe sensitivity and you likely just won't be able to, and you'll have to pump. Thankfully, my mom didn't give up and told me after 2 weeks to just try latching her, and the pump, I had slowly been able to work up the amount of pressure being used and stuff, and so the pump had actually built up my sensitivity. She luckily still latched, and then we were able to just do away with the pump for good and breastfeed exclusively. This time around, I think because my sensitivity is very much so built up, especially because I'm still breastfeeding Revlon, I probably am not going to need to use a bottle, because even if she has latch issues, which Revlon did have shallow latch issues, I should be able to work through it. But I do like to have the bottle of my choice, just in case I do have to pump and give to her. So I might pack one, I haven't decided yet. But This is Airly's. So the first thing on top here, a lot of the clothes that are in here are mainly for pictures. We do pictures in the hospital, and so most of this is not like for her to actually wear, like she'll just have it on for some photos. This first one is something that my sister-in-law made. Now she made one for Revlon and it had her name on it, and so she made one for Airly this time as well. And it's super cute, and so we definitely want to get pictures with that like we did with Rev. And then I have a little sister onesie, and Revlon in her bag pack for the grandparents, she has a big sister one, which I am going to ask Ryan's parents to put on her when she comes to the hospital to meet her little sister for the first time. So we'll have this on Airly and Revlon's on hers when they first meet. I have her going home outfit, which I think I may also do some newborn photos in as well. And this I got off Etsy, and they're just this cute little kind of springy floral with bears pattern, and it has a matching headband, and then this little onesie that says "nice to meet you," which is super cute. And so that's like her going home newborn pictured outfit. And so these three are really the only thing that she's actually going to be really wearing. So the hospital has these white wrap shirts, and we ended up just keeping those on Revlon the entire time because with diaper changes and just the amount of like tests that they have to do and such, they need the baby to stay in something that's easy to get to the different parts of their body and such. And so I just went ahead and got these wrap shirts, but we got like our own just plain white ones. So I am bringing these, and I have one 0 to 3 item this time. This is it. Revlon was born 8 pounds 11 ounces, and she fit newborn for quite some time, so I doubt we will have to use this, but just in case, it is here. So I just have really 2 for what she will be wearing, and they're just by Carter's, and they really are the best thing. I do have 2 swaddles because we do swaddle our babies, so if it is something that she likes as well, we're gonna be using these a lot. And then I have 1 thing of mittens. We probably won't use these. I have them just in case, but all of the shirts I have for her are long sleeve, and they have the built-in ones, so we probably won't even use those. Like I said, the 1 burp cloth, and then I have 2 hats, and that's it for her. So that's all that I have this time. It's a lot less clothes, especially for Airly, than I had with Rev. Probably one of the bigger things that I didn't include was a nursing cover. That is because even though it is my second time around breastfeeding, baby doesn't know what they're doing, and it's very stressful to breastfeed in front of like friends and family. And so same thing with Revlon, I'm just not going to breastfeed in front of friends and family. So I didn't bring a cover because we'll just be doing that when it's just Ryan, our nurse and doctor, and in that case, I'm good with letting the ladies flow free. So I didn't bring a cover, especially because even like if I used a cover when a nurse or whatever was in there, which, let's be honest, they're looking at everything. Boobs is the least of their worries, guys. But you're just trying to like figure out how to attach a baby and teach baby how to latch, things like that. And a cover is just not something you want to deal with. And if for whatever reason she was like a pro eater, we had no issues, and so I decided to breastfeed in front of friends and family, then the swaddle blankets, those are awesome breastfeeding covers as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I know it was a little bit of a long video. Thanks for hanging in there. I hope that you guys got some good tips if you are a first-time mom looking for what to pack in your hospital bag. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the update on what's going on with when little Miss Airly is going to join us. So I may or may not see you next week. I mean, it all depends on when she shows up. She could show up at any minute. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this update and this what's in my hospital bag video, and I will see you guys next week. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Bye, guys. Across the floor, to teething clothes and slamming doors with you. You okay, Rev? If this is all we're living for. Oh, did you run into the guitar?